Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day here. James Holmes Jr. From Black Lion Foundation, and today is a good day. Today, I have two gentlemen here that I am very, very, very proud of. Two of the gentlemen in our mentorship program that are doing extremely well. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves briefly to you. On this side is Rob Adams, King Rob Adams, and this side we have King Todd Johnson. So, Rob.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, my name is Robert Adams. I'm a junior at Augsburg University, business management major, and I'm based in the Twin Cities, born and raised.
Hi, my name is Todd Johnson. I'm a senior at Gustavus, English and business administration major, and I've been playing football for about 4 years now.
Excellent, excellent. Now, you guys, if you followed us closely enough, you've heard me reference these gentlemen, not necessarily by using their names, but referencing them. And the reason why I do, because as far as I'm concerned, this is our future, and our future is bright. These gentlemen have been in the Black Lion Mentorship Program from the beginning, and I will just tell you straight up, I'm doing backflips because they're sponges. All the things that we are sharing with them, they're absorbing them. And as far as I'm concerned, they have all the markings. And it's not just me. I've had some high-level corporate executives also referencing that. And what I mean by the markings is if you're around them for any length of time at all, you can just see that they have all the traits to be very, very successful in whatever endeavor that they choose. And, it's a little early on now because they're still in college, so we don't expect them to have really declared any choices. But just generally speaking, Rob, can you kind of share with us maybe any of your thoughts, leanings, things like that, and then you, Todd?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, growing up, I always had aspirations of starting and owning my own business, having something black owned, and just kind of improving my community. So just coming out, I just want to be able to learn, experience, and get the knowledge that I need to have to achieve those aspirations.
For sure. One of the things that I wanted to achieve growing up is being one of the first males, primarily in my family, to kind of succeed in a way of bringing up my entire home base on my own. So aside from my mom teaching me some things, I kind of wanted to get some outside knowledge, especially from another black man, in order to kind of teach me the ropes of things and help me kind of get myself established.
Well, I'll tell you what, these guys, I couldn't ask for any more in our program. And when I talk about the markings is that their parents, and I do know both of Rob's parents, haven't met Todd's parents yet, but heard great things. But they've done a very good job. I mean, it's evident. For example, during our meetings, they are always on time. They're actually early. And in addition to that, without being nudged at all, they always have their notepads and their pens ready to go, always taking notes. Further than that, we had a job fair back in August. And in the job fair, they're in the front row, early, with their pen and their pad. And so that right there is quite an indication in and of itself. Do you gentlemen want to speak a little bit on that as far as your parents' preparation and so forth?
Yeah, for sure. Growing up, blessed and fortunate to have both my parents to be there and guide me and be my role model and kind of just set the example of kind of what it is to be a man and just how to get things done and respectfully.
For sure. Blessed enough to have a mother that kind of taught me the ways of her little corporate office. Taking notes is just kind of the thing that I've always done. Since a child, I've paid attention to my elders and kind of taken off information, whatever they tell me, and kind of developed that into my own brain and ideas and craft that out to the world.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys can tell, even though they're shining stars as far as I'm concerned in all facets. They're still humble too. But the cool thing about it is, even though they're humble, I know they still have that confidence that will take them places. But you gentlemen are both well-rounded guys. You are involved in some athletics as well as your academics, right?
For
Yep.
sure.
I've been a full-time student athlete for in there all of our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
3 year starter for Gustavus. What Augsburg?
Yep, my Augsburg.
Go against each other in the MIAC all the time.
Yeah. So we got to see each other in high
Quite a
school.
bit, yeah. Oh, high school too. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. And then now in college, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's all fine. We definitely we have no issues with our young people being involved in athletics and things like that. Most of you guys know, I'm a former football player myself. However, you also know my real focus is on economic development, financial literacy, and really just getting as many people in our community as possible up and going so that they will be self-sufficient and not have to just depend on a handout. Because I often say, and you guys know it, is that if you let them feed you, you also give them permission to starve you, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right. What thoughts do you guys have regarding just your participation with the Black Lion Foundation?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I can start. One, I just would like to say I really appreciate what the Black Lion Foundation has done. One, just being flexible with my college and football schedule, and always like finding a way to get the information out for me. They just been amazing. We're not even gonna get into like what they're teaching us and the other mentors they're bringing in, spending that knowledge and giving us those nuggets, as they would say. Just all around, just great work, and I'm appreciative.
Absolutely. Extremely blessed to have met James, and I think that one of the things that is very vital to this mentorship is the amount of meat that they give you. Thinking in terms of meals, it's a bunch of protein. You gotta absolutely take notes. They teach you some things that you probably won't hear anywhere else, and I think that's the one thing about this mentorship that's really good in terms of information. So yeah.
And it's just real, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't beat around the bush. It's just this is how it is.
Well, we actually we actually emphasize independent thinking. So I promise you guys, I did not nudge them for that endorsement, but I appreciate it greatly. And thank you for the kind words. But I'll tell you something. If you guys ever want to know what drives me, other than just my direct family, is that my visions. And part of my vision is 4, 5, 6 years down the road to witness these guys just doing all the things that I see down the road for them, whether they're working for a corporation or whether they've already cycled into running their own business, their investment portfolios are going well, and so forth. And to literally call these guys and say, hey, you guys want to have some lunch? And they tell me, sure, I can get you in my calendar next week for 30 minutes. I'm like, bet, I'll take that 30 minutes and gladly. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. And that is really what drives me. So Todd or Rob, you guys got anything you want to interject?
About drive? For
Anything.
Sure. Just being a black male nowadays, always you got to have some sort of drive. So what drives me is I kind of got to get up every day and know that there's a target on my back. So I just have to make sure I fight that target off and understand that not everyone is for me, but I can succeed regardless of any obstacles set against me. So that's kind of what my job is.
Yeah, for sure. And just to kind of piggyback off what he said, just being a black man, being just a person of color in general, you got to work twice, maybe even more times harder than the average Joe. And yeah, that's kind of what drives me, and just kind of just want to be successful for my family and just pay back everybody that has invested into me in my future.
Hmm. That is outstanding, gentlemen. Outstanding. We talked a little bit about the athletics, and that's fine. But what we really emphasize is the academics, and so they're both at very fine schools, very highly rated. Augsburg here and Gustavus here. Do you gentlemen want to speak on your classwork at all?
So when I had first gotten to college, I was kind of confused about what I wanted to major in. I didn't want to be a business management major solely because there's so many of those, so I kind of wanted to stand out. And I declared English, but I double majored in business administration to kind of put some sauce on my degree, if you want to say that. But so I guess the English part of it kind of shows that I'm analytical and a real deep thinker. And I can kind of understand and read in between the lines. And then the business administration part is obviously self-explanatory. So yeah.
Yeah, and for me, going into college, I always knew, as I mentioned before, I always had aspirations of starting up my own business and owning my own business. I was taught from a young age that just dream big, and whatever you want to be, you can. So came into college. They didn't have an entrepreneur major, so I studied for business management. And yeah, just taking those classes, just teaching me, kind of like I mentioned before, I'm just trying to just be a sponge and soak up and learn all the things I need to apply to my goals and aspirations.
Interestingly, Rob pointed out that they don't have an entrepreneurship major, but we do. We do. We do. And we do teach the things here that aren't taught in the normal curriculum in the colleges across the United States. Why financial literacy is not emphasized more, I have no idea. And even entrepreneurship, why that's not emphasized more, I'm not sure. But we take care of all of that. And I'll tell you something else. Some of you may know and some of you don't know. But in addition to our mentorship program and our entrepreneurship academy, we also have our Black Line master classes. And I'll tell you, the master classes, they require a strong commitment because literally they are 3 hours a night on Tuesdays and Fridays. And in addition to the heavy workload that both of these gentlemen have, in addition to participating in varsity athletics, somehow, some way, they still manage to make it to another 6 hours per week of fairly intense coursework. And I know it's a big ask, but at the same time, I have assured them that with that commitment, that it will pay off many fold once we're done. So, which is another indication of just the markings for our young people to have that type of dedication to their coursework and their studies and discipline and so forth. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts as far as like the master classes and so forth?
Yeah, like I said before, man, plenty of meat. 3 hours, we all know how class goes, but 3 hours, it kind of makes you want to pay attention because you're talking about topics that no one else talks about. I mean, if I had my notebook, I would show you. My notebook's filled with notes. Just even little tidbits and little pieces of information that you've given. It's all important to me, so it's kind of why I dedicate myself to even taking on that extra workload during the week.
Yeah, for sure, and just it's just important, you know. We have goals. We kind of have an idea of who we want to be in the future, and we're just doing our part and putting in the extra work. And like I mentioned earlier, it's all real, straight nuggets, as they call it, and yeah.
And I will tell you guys once again, I cannot emphasize enough that the future is bright. Our future is bright. Statistically, if you get caught up in the data as far as the wealth disparity, especially in Minnesota, is really bad. I mean, it's 12-1 nationally as far as the wealth disparity. And the way that we address that is that we are actually getting prepared to be self-sufficient so that these gentlemen will be able to create their own multiple income streams. And I have absolute supreme confidence that they will do that, and they will do that well. And that's one of the reasons why this is the future. And I'll tell you another reason is that they are going to be our leaders of tomorrow. And so the cool thing about it is you guys take a good look, because that's what tomorrow's leadership looks like. Take a good look. And that's what, you know what, pretty soon, my biggest job is going to be playing defense, because I'm going to have to play defense and shield all the young ladies away from them, because this is what you want to bring home to your parents, okay? They're intelligent, they're bright, they have vision, they're hard workers, they have discernment, and they're tall, dark, and handsome. So that's what the future looks like. Now, we have, some coming through the pipeline now, and ultimately our goal is to make this scalable. So these stars right here, we want to eventually have 10 million of them. That's what we eventually want to have. We want to have 10 million of them. We don't want these gentlemen to be the exception. We want it to be the absolute norm, the absolute norm. Any general things you guys want to share?
For sure. I think that one thing to bring up here is stay down to yourself. Stay steady and make sure you just act as a sponge to anybody older than you. Respect your elders for sure, and listen to everything that they're saying to you, even if you don't think that it's knowledgeable or that it's smart. Every old person has something to kind of contribute, and you can learn from anything that anyone tells you. So just kind of be a sponge and take up any info that you can.
Yep, and just to add on, just be respectful and just be willing to learn. You don't have to know what do you want to be or what do you want to have right now. But you definitely have to have hard work and just the willingness to go through any obstacle and just to succeed. And just take that time to invest in yourself, because this is pretty much all it is us investing in ourselves to people who are investing into us.
For sure.
So you got to make some sacrifices. Just think big picture and think about who you want to be and make it happen.
For sure.
Well, that's well said, gentlemen. That's very, very well said. It's almost like planting, planting a seed and watching it grow. The old timers, and if I've heard my mom say this once, I've heard her say it, 1,000 times, is that you plant it, and then you watch it grow, and then the harvest. So these guys are already sprouting up. You can already see that the fruit is going to be excellent. So I'm so very excited about it, and I'm gracious, and I have gratitude for their parents trusting them to be in our program. So I'm very grateful to that, and I'm also grateful of how well that they have actually taken in the instruction. And for my part, and I've told them this on several occasions, I'll kill myself if I have to, making sure that I'm doing nothing but pouring the absolute very best that Black Lion has to offer for these gentlemen. And like I said before, and I'll say it many, 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 many more times, is the future is bright. Any closing remarks, gentlemen?
Only thing for me is just I'm extremely grateful, and we're gonna get this work done.
For sure.
Get this money.
Stay blessed.
Y'all gonna get some money too. Y'all, if I have to be right there with you, showing you everything, y'all gonna get the money.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that at all. So, and then with that comes everything else. So, like I said, my biggest job is going to be playing defense, trying to just keep all the young ladies from just ambushing these guys, because you couldn't ask to bring anything more home to meet mom and dad. And Black Line is so proud, and we're all going to continue to work hard. And if you guys know some other young people that are hungry for the knowledge and the information, hey, tell them to call us, or they can go to the website, blacklinefoundation.com, and we will be more than happy to pour into them also. So with that said, you guys stay blessed, be blessed. We love you all, and we're out.